Hey there, this is Justine coming to you from my friend's bedroom in beautiful Sedona. I'm gonna see if I can get her view back here. I don't know if you could see that. Anyway, was planning on going back home today and tested positive for COVID last night. So luckily I have an angel of a friend taking care of me here in Sedona. And I wanted to, in between my bouts of sleeping, show you what's helping me, just in case you end up with a head cold or the flu or even COVID. For me personally, man, my head hurts. And so I've been doing a lot of self-release around my head and my jaw. And my back was killing me yesterday, but quite honestly, I think just with the medications that she is started me on and vitamins, and she's just really taking care of me with food and rest. But I wanted to show you some releases that you could do if you find yourself sick. All right. So what I have found really helpful, like I said, I've felt a lot of just head pressure. It's getting better today, but the first thing I found is just doing ear pulls. And I'm going to show this sitting up, but I've been actually doing this lying down because I don't have a lot of energy. And sitting up, I would recommend either sit in a chair with your elbows resting on a table or a desk, or you can do this lying down. But basically you can release the temporal bone by using the ears as handles. So what you can do is either grab a hold of the ear lobes like this, or you can hook in, because I find the ears get kind of greasy and you'll start sliding and then you'll have to start over. So just hook into the ears themselves. And then what you can do is very gently pull out to resistance. So think of an elastic band that you're just taking up the slack. So it's very gentle, it's very light, it's not forcing. And then once you get to that barrier of resistance, so you're just pulling until the body pulls back against you, and then pull down towards your shoulders. So it's out and down, and you're just waiting at that barrier of resistance. So if you're new to this, it takes a little bit to trust yourself. So just trust what you're feeling. Don't overthink it. And then you're just gonna wait there. And you're gonna, what I call it, I've learned this from my mentors, is listen with your hands. So let the body do what it needs to, and all you're doing is giving it a little nudge in the direction of kind of opening up. But if you listen to what your body wants to do, it comes from the body's wisdom instead of your head wisdom, which your head wisdom is not as smart. It doesn't know, it can't think its way through. So listen to the body. And so as you do this, what I mean by that is, and trust in your fingers, is one side might feel like it's releasing and the other side might feel like it's doing nothing, or they might release at different speeds or different directions, and that's okay. Trust what you're feeling. So that's number one. I'm gonna make a couple videos here just because I don't want it to get too long. The key here though is it takes up to 2 minutes for your body to start to respond and start to let go and soften. So be patient. Again, trust what you're feeling, and then follow your body until it comes to a stopping point where it's just like, it's not doing anything else. If you can hold that long, okay? And like I said, we can do this lying down as well. It doesn't take as much energy. Okay, I'm gonna show you some more things. Okay, this next video in this series, and this is totally selfish probably because I'm just showing you things that I have done personally for what I'm feeling right now. And there's probably all the energy I have to do to help you, okay? The other thing, I have just felt a lot of tension in my jaw. So lying on my side has been, it almost feels like the whole weight of my body is resting on my jaw, and I just can't stand to lie on my back for extended periods of time. Like I get restless, so I need to lie on my jaw as well, or need to lie on my side. So what I have actually found too is, for me personally, gosh, it's been really tight underneath the bottom of my mandible, right in here and into that digastric area. So I've just been taking my fingertips. Again, you can do this sitting up or you can do it lying down. And you're just going to take those fingertips and just gently press into that area and wait for it to soften and release. So the way that I've been taught with this through John Barnes, myofascial release, is kind of imagine and feel those muscles almost like tight clay, or like a ball of clay, and you're just pressing into it. I like to use a pillow to show this. So let's say this is your muscle and you're pressing into it. You're just pressing to resistance. You're not like going in there and forcing it to do something. You're just very gently meeting the resistance, and you're waiting for that to soften and release. So like think of a piece of clay, and if you go in really fast and really hard, it's probably not gonna budge, okay? But if you are patient and you wait, it'll start to become more pliable and soften. That's all I'm doing there. So hopefully that helps you to have that visual, just like pressing in just until you feel that resistance, okay? In our society, we have been taught, I think, more is better, and you know, go hard or go home kind of mentality, and we're in there and just like, I'm gonna massage this out. Try not to do that. So with this, again, for a myofascial release, you're just gonna press and hold. It takes 2 minutes for it to start to respond, or up to 2 minutes. And then you're gonna wait, ideally hold for 5 minutes or longer, and really trust what you're feeling with your fingers and allow it to release. That's been really helpful for me as well. And the other thing for my jaw, if you just come up here and open and close your jaw, you'll feel where that hinges and beats up with the skull. Come down just a little bit on that, and you can just, again, very gently press into that. And then you can do one of two things. You can, once you get to that barrier where you're feeling the resistance back against you, wait for like 30 seconds and really engage in that barrier. And then you can do one of two things. You can either press up, so you're compressing the joint, wait and hold there for 5 minutes, and then you can decompress the joint where you're pulling down. So you're not sliding on the surface of your skin, okay? That's very important to know, that you're down into that barrier and you're just very gently releasing. So that's been really helpful for me as well. I'll give you one more tip here. The last tip I'm going to show you is, again, I've had a lot of head congestion and pressure. So I'm going to take my hair out here. Forgive me, I am not in a position to be my most beautiful, and I don't even care. So what I've been doing are hair pulls. This is feeling really, really good. It's really to release the scalp, and you can go anywhere. So think of the hair as being handles for releasing your head. So all you're doing is grabbing a hold of the roots. Hopefully you have hair. If not, it's not really gonna work. But anyway, you're just gonna pull out, again, to resistance, just until you take up the slack. I like to think of like an elastic band, and you're just taking up the slack of that, and you're waiting at that barrier for it to start to soften and release, and you're listening to the body. So it's so gentle. Again, I would do this lying down so your arms can be supported, and you can do this along the back of your head, you can do it along the top, really anywhere that you feel would be beneficial. So one thing that we are with this, we're releasing the fascia, or the connective tissue of the body. There's no start and end to it. So I tell you that because it doesn't matter where you're at, honestly. You're gonna be affecting the whole system, not just your head, but you might even feel this down into your feet, okay? So it just depends on where your body needs to release. So give these tips a try. Remember to hold 5 minutes if you can, or longer, or until the point where your body kind of stops. That's ideal. If you're just really listening, be patient. It takes up to 2 minutes for the body to start. And so we want to hold long enough. And the reason we hold so long is, one, we want to give the body a chance to actually make a change. We can't rush through this. The other thing is your body releases something called interleukin 8. It's an anti-inflammatory. Your body makes this. It knows where to go with it. It knows what to do with it. It's natural to your body. So it can help with that inflammatory response. So it's great. It's a great natural release. Okay. All right. Thanks for watching. And hopefully, if you are watching this because you are currently ill, I hope you get better soon. And yeah, thank you.